Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to All the Words You Wrote. My name is MS Punker1, and last video, let's see, we had some tea, I guess, were in the living room. Discussed some things. I don't exactly remember what happened with last video since it was some days ago since I last recorded this, but I think we can pick it up here. So, yeah, it's such a nice day. As I contented as I walk through the forest. The sun's rays are bright, but the dense bower of leaves above my head blocks the worst of them. The light that does reach the forest floor, meanwhile, is of a mild variety, warm enough to soothe, not scald. When I inhale, I can smell the scent of foliage mingle with the rich aroma of earth. The nostrils twitch as I drink it all in. I can hear birds chirping among themselves in the trees, hidden out of sight, and the air swells with the humming of hundreds of cicadas. Winged insects flirt about in the air, darting from flower to flower. Such a peaceful scene. Looks like something lifted from a fairy tale. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if I stumble upon an enchanted cottage made of gingerbread sitting in the middle of a clearing. Hazel and Gretel. These woods sure are pretty. I smile more to myself than to Hijiri, who looks utterly unmoved by the beauties of nature. It's not said a word actually since we set off on our little walk. Right now she's doing a wonderful impression of a Jesus statue. Only if she'd respond if I prodded her. That might be an amusing experiment. If I wasn't afraid that she scolded me for it. Oh well, I won't let Hijiri's surliness spoil my fun. She's probably used to the forest, having lived in this village for... Actually, I don't know how long she's lived out here, but it must have been a few years at the very least. I meanwhile spent all of my childhood in Kawasaki. Don't have any relatives out in the countryside, so my parents have never had any reason to travel too far afield. This is still new to me. Intense greenery of my surroundings is very novel. I wasn't in the right frame of mind to properly enjoy this forest when I last came here, but I feel a lot better now. My feet are so light I almost feel like I could fly. You're so lucky, Hijiri, having this on your doorstep. I love to be able to wander around the woods whenever I feel like it. Hijiri scuffs at the ground with the tip of her shoe. Her lips pursed into a pout. Really? I didn't know that. I grinned and nudged Hijiri in the side with my elbow. Are you resort to screams when you see a cockroach? Hijiri shudders. I'm surprised you feel so passionate about this. I giggle and link my arms behind my head. I'm not a fan of bugs either, but I wouldn't call wouldn't call for them to be culled. Culled? They're pretty useful, or so I heard. Well, you might have a point there. Alright, what about this? The next time you find a creepy crawl in a bathtub or in your bedroom, or in the kitchen or anywhere, you should tell me. I'll take care of it, no problem. I won't be leaving for a while though, right? On what? That's not exactly reassuring. Let my hands fall from my head and peer curiously at my companion. I thought things were good between us. Hijiri clicks her fingers, or at least she tries to. She doesn't succeed though. Maybe her hands are damp from perspiration, or maybe she's out of practice. Anyway, it makes me snort. I know I probably shouldn't laugh in my employer's face. Especially not when we are discussing my potential future dismissal. But I can't help it. I didn't know Hijiri had a clumsy side. Hijiri glowers at me, her arms folded. I wasn't laughing at you. I still like when she gets that expression. It's so cute when she has it. Well, it's not the most convincing argument, but it's the only one I can make. Admitting that I was in fact laughing at Hijiri seems like a good way to go about being lectured. That or fired. Hijiri, of course, remains unconvinced. She looks at me coyly, hands planted on her hips, and says, I was coughing. That was I had something caught in my throat. He presses her lips together. Really? Aren't you happy that you finished writing volume 9 of Elf Forest? Because of insects. Hijiri nods. The mosquitoes? Would have been funny if she said no instead of and. Oh, now it was pretty pointed. Did she mean that as a jab? It might be like a protruding something, can't read, sorry. Now that is a good word that mosquitoes have, but I think her words are even more piercing. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. At the very least I can promise I'm not going to suck the blood. I can rest easy on that score. Speaking of blood though, now I'm curious. You don't have some super rare blood type, do you? I don't think anything about you is plain. Apart from your fashion sense, maybe. I ponder one hand beneath my chin. I wonder why mosquitoes like you so much. Could it be that your blood is actually really delicious? Maybe they attract you by your sunny disposition then. Hijiri laughs dearly, without humor. Then abruptly slaps her upper arm with her palm. A dull smack rings throughout the forest, mingled with the sound of our footsteps. Look at Hijiri askance. Was that a mosquito? He draws her palm away. Can't see any smashed insects smeared on her skin, but I can see a small smear of blood, about the size of a pinhead. Hinder winches. Take it you're not a country girl. Hijiri shakes her head. But you don't like crowded places either. She shakes her head again. So forests are out and so are cities. What's left? Wouldn't that be kind of chilly? You're not wrong about that, but I don't think you're that cold. Maybe they would, but I'm not other people. Just like you are not other writers. Don't think I've forgotten that you said that. We're just ourselves, at the end of the day, and I think you're pretty fun to talk to. No, she's actually smiling a bit there. Hijiri slaps her arm again, when winches. Did you get it? Hijiri shakes her head. Do you think it'd be possible to catch a mosquito between your thumb and forefinger? Like characters do in action movies? What about Luz? Could she do it? Really? But yes, that scene in Volume 8 where she gets into that fight with Veer and she stops his sword with one hand. That's really cool. I guess. Hijiri and I continue to meander about the forest, chatting idly all the while. Our conversation is aimless, but I'm enjoying it regardless. I think this is the first time I've ever felt so relaxed in Hijiri's company. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope Hijiri is too, despite her thwarted attempts at wandering off her from of blood-sucking fans. Eventually, gathered by the distant sound of running water, we arrive at the banks of a river. The trees are thinner here, and the sunlight shines upon our heads more harshly. It shines upon the river too, as it vents its lazy way through the forest, twisting and turning like the body of a serpent. The water in the river is a clear greenish blue, and it glimmers in the sunlight. Tall grass fringes the river's banks, and even more winged insects hover in the air about it. These insects have parted wings like stained glass and long thin bodies like pipe cleaners, which leads me to believe that they are dragonflies. They're much prettier than the mosquitoes that have been tormenting Hijiri, and they seem more docile. They flit here and there, their wings humming so fast I can scarcely follow them. Oh, wow! This is gorgeous. Don't you think so, Hijiri? Sorry about that. That's probably because you don't exercise enough. I poke Hijiri in the side teasingly. I think you'll be fine. We cross World Bridge when we get to it. Hijiri pouts. I prefer happy-go-lucky. But I think those phrases mean quite the same thing. Now, aren't you the one who said each word has its own meaning? Can't muddy them like that, or it defeat the point. And grin, buoyed by my victory, no matter how small, and serve the river. I can see silvery scales flashing beneath the water, bright and white in the sunlight. It must be fish. I can't for the life of me identify what fish they are. I don't know the first thing about nature. I wonder if they taste good. Hey Hijiri, do you think I can skip a rock to the other side of this river? Not really, no, but it'd be something fun to do. Never tried this before. Let's see how it goes. I bend when to receive a smooth, flat rock from the riverbank. Grip the rocks straight to my back, then try to skip it into the water, like I've seen characters do in movies. Unfortunately, I don't have much practice. I can't flick my wrist right, so the rock, when it sails from my hand, sinks like a rock. Not one to be deterred, I bend to retrieve a second rock. Adjust my posture, then throw it. But it goes the same way as the first, to the silty bottom of a riverbank, with an anticlimactic plop. Hijiri watches as I try and fail to skip a third rock, then a fourth. The arms still resolutely folded. A lukewarm breeze blows, which stirs a few loose tendrils of her hair about her face. She frowns. 'Cause it's fun. Hijiri's lips curls. No, I'm not. I just look at it this way. It's natural that you fail when you start doing something new, but you can't let it get to you. You got to take things in your stride, otherwise you'll never be able to improve. So saying, I arc my right hand back and skip my 7th for, is it on my 8th rock? Whichever it is, this attempt goes better. Whichever it is, this attempt goes better than the previous ones. I actually managed to skip it once before the river swallows it in a spray of white droplets. Ripples fan across the water's surface, then fade once the rock sinks to the riverbed. Alright. I punch my fist in the air, all smiles. Looks like I'm getting better. What do you think, Hijiri? Thanks. I grinned when fish about for the next rock. Talk to Hijiri while I practice. My eyes focused on the opposite bank, fringed with trees rather than her face. I don't need to see it to know she's probably frowning. So I was wondering. Hijiri's fingers tapped against the inside of her arm. Maybe it is. I just wanted to know, don't you ever get bored coped up beside your house? Fed up then? It can't be much fun sitting indoors all the time, and it seems like it's such a waste. You live in a pretty nice part of the world. Kind of isolated, yeah, but I bet there's a lot of scenic places to visit. You can drive, right? Don't you ever drive anywhere yourself? You know, for walks and stuff? I don't know much about writing, but that sounds like a good way to get inspiration. Wouldn't even need to deal with other people, not even go to the mountains. Hijiri inhales. Why not? Is it the country roads? I know they're a bit of a pain to navigate. But I pause in my attempts at rock skipping. I'm not making much progress, and turn to Hijiri. She's standing by the river bank, her head bowed, the fingers on her right hand curled about her left wrist. Her shoulders are undrawn, her back hunched. Hijiri's height or lack of struck me during our very first meeting, but right now she looks smaller than ever, and even more delicate. Haven't I hit a nerve, have I? Are you alright? Hijiri's voice trails off once more. She frowns. Then she lifts her head, her brown eyes meeting mine, and says, "What? I was expecting this more or less, but it still can come as a shock. Was it serious? Were you alright, Henry?" Hijiri glowered at me, but her voice lacked some of its typical bite. That doesn't come as a surprise. Can't imagine Hijiri would be thrilled at the prospect of public transport. Few people like being jostled about in a cramped train compartments. In Hijiri is even more averse to spending time with strangers than most. Must have been helpful and real bad for her. Hijiri's voice trails off. She doesn't elaborate on what exactly happened, but she doesn't need to. I have enough information to fill in the blanks. Something must have gone away wrong. I don't know whether that something was Hijiri's fault or a reckless driver's, but I don't suppose that matters too much. The end result is more important than the specifics. Hijiri shakes her head. So she can drive, like she said, but she has a bit of like PTSD from her last experience. Hijiri grits her teeth together. The derisive tone makes me wince. Hearing her story was painful enough, despite it being so abridged. But her own effacement or something is even worse. No, Hijiri. My voice drops to a whisper. I wish you wouldn't be so hard on yourself. Well, she doesn't say it in so many words. I think I know what Hijiri's problem is. She must be afraid. And who wouldn't be after being involved in a traumatic accident like that? I tried to be happy-go-lucky, but I doubt even I would be able to get back into the swing of things after being banged up so badly. Healing takes time, or so I've heard. Hijiri's physical wounds might have recovered, but mental scars can take far longer to fade. I can't help but feel for her. She looks so frail, like a doll. I want nothing more than to hold her in my arms and to console her. Can't stand to see her trembling. It'll be alright, Hijiri. Don't you worry. I stay with you so you don't need to fret. I'm going to take good care of you from now on. Anyway, are we going to watch her? Hijiri begins, but she's unable to finish. I descend upon her, my arms outstretched, meaning to pull her into an embrace. My only intention is to comfort Hijiri. I don't have ulterior motives. I swear. But she doesn't seem to appreciate the gesture. That much is made readily apparent when she pushes me away. I know that, but you looked so sad. I just wanted to cheer you up. Hijiri turns her nose up in the air and flounces away, arms folded. Unfortunately for her, however, she flounces a touch too dramatically. Her right foot slides out from underneath her, and then Hijiri falls with a high-pitched squeal. Did you wanna swim for a bit? Hijiri! I reached out meaning to catch her outstretched hand, but I'm too late. Can only watch alarmed as my companion topples over backwards. She arcs through the air if you lose tendrils of brown hair fluttering about her. Then, with almighty splash, she lands in the river. Nice CG though. Droplets of water fly everywhere, like confetti, and Hijiri splatters. She's sprawled in the water, which reaches up to her waist. Her legs are splayed, one of her buns has come undone, and half her long wavy hair is trailing in the water. Hijiri is dripping wet from head to toe. She looks incredibly pissed off. Could say I blame her given the circumstances, but jeez. I really hope she doesn't hold this against me. I think that will be it for this video. Seems like a good point. So, hope you liked it, and if you did so, leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!